Partial funding for this program has been provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Do this?
Yeah, man, we got to tell them who's going on.
Oh, yeah. Got Natalie C in the house.
I got my boy Jerry Millen.
My man Odell hanging.
Hey, what about Vidia Shaker?
Can't forget about our girl Tara.
And my boy Jimmy Rose.
Ready to do it? Let's do it. Oh, yeah. To the music, and the music is you.
So plug on in. Here's what we're going to do. Coming up on Club Connect, students are on the front lines fighting AIDS. The Sugar Cubes give me the scoop on living in Iceland. There's something foul in the air at the end of a first date. And Jerry Millen cuts into some ice, baby. So stick around.
Hi, Tara Sundelbach here at Club Connect. And boy, we have a hot show for you today. But we also want to talk to you today about a more serious topic, AIDS. Here are some AIDS facts. Did you know over 5,000 children and young adults have died from AIDS? AIDS is the 6th leading cause of death for youth between the ages of 15 and 24. In the last 2 years, the number of youth diagnosed with AIDS increased by 77%. Thousands of teens have been infected with the HIV virus. Today, we want to introduce you to some AIDS fighters, teens and adults who are battling the disease in various ways. People like Krista Blake, who is fighting a personal battle in Columbiana, Ohio. Krista didn't think that AIDS could affect her in rural Ohio until she was diagnosed with the disease.
I think the kids in this area are a major risk because they don't think it could happen here because it's such a remote area.
I don't know if I could be risk for AIDS or not. A lot of people can be, and some people might not be. It just depends on choices you make, the things you do, and how things go.
AIDS can hit home, and that it's not just other people that it happens to. It can happen to you.
I'm Krista, obviously, as everybody told you. I am 20 years old, and this is new. I've only been 20 for a week and a day. I was infected when I was 16. And then I was diagnosed as HIV positive when I was 18. Then I got my AIDS diagnosis in March. Basically, to be HIV positive is to be infected with a virus, be able to give it to other people. You may or may not have symptoms. Well, AIDS means that your immune system has been deteriorated enough, destroyed enough by the virus that you will catch literally anything that you come in contact with. I don't look sick. At least I didn't think I did when I looked in the mirror this morning. If I did, I would have put on makeup. You know, that proves a very good point. You can't tell by looking at somebody. A lot of times people don't know that they're infected. I didn't know that I was positive until I'd gone to the doctor for some other things, and they saw some things wrong and then caused them to test me for HIV. So first we got to know what we do that puts us at risk. We put ourselves at risk when we have unprotected sexual intercourse. They've also seen HIV transmission occur between people that are sharing needles who are shooting up steroids. You know, it's not what you have in the syringe, it's the behavior of the sharing of the needles. I guess I decided to be outspoken because nobody else was speaking anything at all, whether it was loud or soft, at least not from my perspective. Obviously, education is a method of prevention, because if you know about it, you're going to know that you don't want to get this disease, and you're going to do everything that you can to not get it. Secondly, we have the golden guarantee, which is what I call it, which is abstinence. No sex, no needle sharing. And that is reasonable, that is acceptable, and that is entirely your choice to make. But at the time when you choose to shift your answer from no to yes, then you need to know about the next best thing, okay? And this is not a guarantee, okay? This is lowering your risk. That is the use of a latex condom with each and every partner, each and every time you have intercourse. I speak to teenagers because they need reasons to make certain choices and exhibit certain behaviors. And what better reason can you give them than somebody that's living it that tells you it sucks? I am the perfect example of what happens when you make the wrong choice. Basically, I don't want anybody else to die from ignorance, because I was very ignorant. And had I had the information when I was 16 years old that the 16-year-olds today have available to them, I feel fairly secure in saying that I probably wouldn't be in this situation.
If you want to be an AIDS fighter, well, the first step is to know all the facts. For more information about HIV and AIDS, call us at 313-876-TEEN or write us and ask for our free AIDS Fighter Kit. Do what you can to help stop the spread of HIV and AIDS.
Let me tell you about Lyte. I'm here with the electro recording artist, the Sugar Cubes. You guys are from Iceland. What are some of the differences or similarities between Iceland and some of the other places you go to?
We only got 250,000 people in Iceland. We got television, 2 channels. We've got 5 radio channels.
Are y'all from the same town in Iceland?
Yeah, Reykjavik.
Reykjavik? That's the capital?
The capital.
If I was a young person in Reykjavik, what exactly would I do for entertainment?
If you're into going to the movies with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you know, you can do that. If you want to go out dancing, you can do that. If you are a sports fan, it's got everything.
There's a lot of belief in ghosts and magic from Iceland. Is that true?
I think kids in Iceland don't know really much about it unless they're like really interested in it.
That mythology you're talking about, in Sugar Cubes we've got a guitarist called Thor.
Right.
And that's one of the old gods.
Mine is as well, Pryor.
Pryor is the god of poetry.
Is there a reason why you didn't record the new album in Iceland? You recorded it in the United States?
Yeah, there's big reason for that.
What is it?
It's, we've got so many friends in Iceland. They always came dropping in the studio and seeing how we were doing, you know, in the studio. And they didn't realize that they were interrupting our work. We decided to go into a residential studio and just work there.
Okay.
And with no interruptions.
So in other words, you had to focus because all the friends at home
they wanted to see.
By and
yeah,
you won't be able to get that album done. And, you know.
Exactly.
There are many people that think we live in igloos, ice houses or snow houses. But that's impossible because if we were living in an igloo and turning the television on, it would get so hot.
It would melt.
It would melt.
People even think we have like, you know, apartment buildings made of snow. It's like has elevators and everything.
Have people actually told you guys that?
They have asked me, how do you manage having an elevator in an igloo? I say it's no problem because during the summer it melts down and we live in the elevator. and people actually believe this.
Busting misconceptions about Iceland and the Sugar Cubes. You heard it here first. Thanks for being with us on Club Connect, folks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, what's up? It's Jerry back on the road for Club Connect, and this time they've got me in search of Ice Boy. But actually, I think I found him in the likes of high school senior. His name's Jeff Cope. Ice Boy?
No, Jeff.
Jeff, Jerry Miller from Club Connect. I see you got your saw here all sharpened up and you got some blocks of ice, so I bet you can do a sculptor. All right, well, why don't you show me how you go about doing this?
Okay.
We can leave that there. So how do you start off? I mean...
Well, first I'll just sketch it out with an ice pick.
Okay.
And go over it with a chainsaw. And I got started in ice sculpting. A friend of my mom, Ron, had come over one day, and I guess they needed a few more people in the club and invited me over. You know, I liked it right away.
I'm still kind of new at this, but I did win a local competition where I carved an Indian head, and I won a $300 scholarship for that. I've been drawing all my life. Right now I have a picture that's been sent to New York. It's a national finalist in a competition, and I have a chance of winning a scholarship. So, you know, that was enough right there. I decided I'm gonna stick with this.
All right, man. Got some gloves here for me. Got this kind of funny thing right here, so why don't we go cut some ice? Let's do it. Go try it.
I get my ideas by flipping through magazines, you know, walking through an art gallery. I just anything, and you know, walking down the street, you can just anything you see, you know, you get an idea from. Yes, I use drawing, you know, that's all part of it. You know, you have to be able to see it in the ice to be able to sculpt it.
All right, I'm all finished. All right, now that you've done scratching it in, what's next?
I'm gonna go get the chainsaw.
All right, while you do that, I'm gonna start on my block ice.
Okay, you need some help?
Nah, now that I've seen it done, it's a piece of ice.
Oh,
yeah, it's a piece of ice. Good piece of ice, like cake.
I'd really like to sculpt something from Michelangelo, you know, something real complex. Ice sculpting's really fun.
Well, we found out what this ice sculpting thing is all about, and I want to thank Jeff for inviting Club Connect to his house and teaching us a few tricks of the trade. And remember, Ice Boy, Ice Man. And this segment's brought to you by the capital letter J.
Excuse me, Jerry. Capital J?
Yeah.
Little J.
Attention viewers, please stay put until the smoke is cleared, because there's lots more coming up on Club Connect.
Jerry Millen for Club Connect, and I'm here outside the Lang House where I'm going to introduce you to 3 young people, Dushon, Kenyea, and Keyona, who are fighting AIDS through education. Now, we've been invited to Lang House, which is a home for young people who are wards of the state, to witness their presentation. But just to fill you in, we're not going to show any of the faces of the residents so that we can respect their privacy.
This is something I understand.
What?
All right, I can understand male to male and female to male. Why you got male to female, then female to male? It's the same thing.
Just to prove that a male can transmit it to a female just as well as a female could transmit it to a male.
Okay, once again, my name is Kenyea Blackshear, and I will be speaking to you on HIV and AIDS. The H stands for human, which means that the disease only lives within the human cells. The purpose of this program is to reach youth who think that they cannot be infected by these STDs or any other diseases out there. Immunodeficiency means that the body is unable to fight off the disease. And virus means that the disease can be treated but not cured. The reason they think they can't be affected because they think they're special, that it will not happen to them, and it can. Yes, I am at risk for HIV and AIDS. Any youth is at risk for HIV and AIDS.
Dushon?
Yes.
Special characteristics. And where did you stop at the last time?
I did everything up into mode of transmission.
Spectrum of HIV disease. There's 4 stages. The first stage is acute onset infection. And what that is, a person has the symptoms of a cold or flu-like.
My name is Dushon Lyte. I'm 21 years old. I work for NSO, which is Neighborhood Service Organization, and I work with the RIGHTS program, which is reaching adolescents through community health. I wanted to learn more about HIV, AIDS, STDs, so I can go around and tell other people about ways that they can catch the diseases.
And AIDS, that's the last stage to HIV.
This will be a part you'll be doing, Kenyea.
All right.
My name is Keyona Marsh. I'm an 18-year-old peer educator.
Okay, I'm going to tell you the modes of HIV transmission. These are the ways that a person can become infected with the HIV virus.
I think it's important for teenagers to have good self-esteem, to let them know that sex isn't everything and that they are somebody without having sex.
Everybody knows what sex is, right? But why do we have it?
AIDS affected me since I've participated in this program. At first, I wasn't using condoms when I was having sex.
People do it just to have fun. Okay. Next question. Why should we wait to have sex?
Once I've got involved with the program, I've been hearing a lot of things about people dying that I don't even know.
Yes.
Wait till you get married.
Wait till you get married. I like that answer, yes.
And it got me really wondering, is it going to affect me one day eventually? Due to the fact I never used condoms. And now I am using condoms.
After the video, you want to make sure you talk about the proper place to store condoms. The wallet is not the proper place. It should be stored in cool, dry places.
The most rewarding part of what I do is probably knowing that I touched somebody, that maybe what I said to somebody has sunk in, and they think about it, you know, whenever they're with a partner, they think about, you know, something that was said to them from one of the peer educators, or, you know, they just want to watch themselves in general.
Danny.
I'm Julius.
I'm Mickey. And I'm Terry.
I'm Gary. We're Asphalt Ballet.
And you're checking out Club Connect.
Don't touch that dial.
Tuesday's rain falls like a river on my head.
Yeah, she looked so good in class, man.
Fine. Hey, guys.
Frank, what's up, man?
Hey, driving the girls wild, you know, as usual.
Hey, Frankie, man, have a smoke.
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't you smoke?
Well, no, I'm on the track team. No one on the team smokes.
Frank, don't let yourself fall for that kind of peer pressure, man. Light up.
Yeah, you're gonna let the guys on the track team bully you like that, huh?
No.
That's a good brand, isn't it, Mellow?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Goes down a little tough at first, but, you know.
No, look at Sean. Give him a day.
Well, Judy, I want to thank you for going out with me tonight on such short notice. I don't know why I couldn't get another date tonight.
Maybe it's because they didn't want to put up with your secondhand smoke.
Well, maybe, but it's a new thing for me, an image personality sort of a deal, you know.
Frank, I think you had a great personality before you started smoking. And besides, weren't you supposed to go to the Jailbirds concert tonight?
Well, yeah, I was thinking about it, you know, but my spending money's kind of been tied up lately. You know how it is.
Yeah, well, I did have a really good time with you tonight.
Yes. Well.
Okay, Frank, I'll see you on Monday. I gotta go. Bye.
What's her problem?
Oh, hey, Frank.
Hi, Mark.
Man, you've really gotten way slower out there. Are you getting enough sleep?
Yeah, sure.
Well, are you eating a healthy, well-balanced diet of nutritional foods?
Yeah.
Well, then, what do you think it is? What's slowing you up so much?
You know, it must be my smoking.
Smoking? Well, why don't you quit?
Well...
You can't quit. You need me. I'm your master.
Gee, I don't know if I can quit.
Well, I mean, you can't smoke and be on the track team, that's for sure.
No, I guess not.
I mean, the state finals are in 2 months. But hey, man, I don't run your life. That decision is for you to make. Well, we'll see you later.
Yeah, bye. Why did I start smoking in the first place?
Tara Semmelbach here with another AIDS fact. By 1994, the cost of caring for all persons with HIV disease and AIDS may reach $10.6 billion. Helping to fight the financial battle are Marie Valente and Patricia Ria of Troy Athens High School. Marie and Patricia helped raise money for AIDS charities as a school project. So how much money did you raise first?
A total of $10,020.
And how did you do it?
Well, we threw a dance, and within the community, the kids had to raise $30. And if they chose not to do that, or they didn't have time, they could bring $10 to the dance.
Out of their own pocket?
Yeah,
okay.
As a donation.
Okay. So how did you guys pick AIDS as the project that you wanted to help?
We picked AIDS because it's in the public eye and it's growing amongst teenagers the most.
Very much so. And you met some of those people that are HIV infected. How did that make you feel?
Other than knowing, because we knew that they had AIDS, you would not be able to tell. They don't look any different.
Right, just by looking at them, you can't tell that they're sick. What was their attitude like, knowing that they had a deadly disease? How did you find their attitude?
Their attitude was great. They were very optimistic about, doing all they possibly could to help themselves and research and, whatever they could possibly do.
So they have hopes that there will be a cure at some point?
Yes, they do.
It must really change the way you live your life day to day, knowing that you're that sick. So what did you guys learn? What was the biggest thing you learned from this?
That if you can abstain from having sex, that's the best way to go. But if you choose, to have sex, to practice safe sex.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. Next, we want to find out about the medical fight. So we're going to a clinic where they test and treat people who are either HIV positive or have AIDS.
Comprehensive AIDS Alliance, Joy speaking.
My name is Lawrence Crane. I'm Medical Director of AIDS programs at Wayne State University and the Detroit Medical Center.
Okay, you would like to be tested for the HIV virus?
At our center, we provide care for people with all stages of HIV infection. We also provide testing and counseling. I personally care for about 300 people with HIV disease, and our clinic cares for about 900 people altogether.
Testing is anonymous. You can make up a fictitious name if you'd like to, or you can use your own. John Doe.
When a person gets tested for HIV infection, first of all, they have to sit down with their doctor or nurse and have the test explained to them. You have to understand that sometimes this test can be negative and you're really infected. Once these things are explained, the test is done, and it's a very simple blood test. It's blood taken out of a vein in the arm. Usually it takes a week or two for the results to come back. I think that anybody who has had sex with another person and that person has had sex with other persons should consider themselves at risk for HIV and should seriously consider getting a test. The life expectancy of a person who has HIV infection really depends upon how soon a diagnosis of HIV infection is made. So we believe now that if a person is found to have HIV infection and their immunity is pretty intact, that with proper treatment and health maintenance and getting care from a doctor and going to a clinic, that life expectancy may be very, very long. It's still not clear whether we'll be able to eliminate this infection out of the body entirely, and we just don't know yet. I do think, however, with vaccines that we will be able to prevent a lot of people from ever getting infected in the first place.
Do you want to be an AIDS fighter? Well, the first step is to know all the facts. For more information about HIV and AIDS, call us at 313-876-TEEN or write us and ask for our free AIDS fighter kit. Do what you can to help stop the spread of HIV and AIDS.
Let me tell you about that.
Today we've met lots of people who are fighting AIDS. The question now is, how can you become an AIDS fighter? Easy. Know the facts about AIDS so you don't put yourself at risk. Remember, the choice is yours. If you play it smart, you can remain AIDS-free. I'm Tara Sundelbach. We'll see you next week on Club Connect.
On a future Club Connect,
they drank from foam cups. They used aerosol sprays. They pushed the earth towards disaster until the earth pushed back. Revenge of the Earth.
Don't miss.
Partial funding for this program has been provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
If you would like a copy of this Club Connect episode for educational use, just dial the 1-800 number on your screen and ask for the show number you see. Home video sales are not available through this offer.